As training began, team members launched into a crash and jump contest, with Vince in jersey 83 standing out. His commitment level was superhero level, going all out to reclaim the ball as if he were saving the world, but his relentless spirit had the teammates rolling their eyes and wanting to tell. The coach tried to intervene. It deepened resentment. In subsequent drills, veterans tackled him ruthlessly. Once back in the locker room, he couldn't escape the roasting. Everyone clearly thought, a bit ancient, huh? Stop slowing us down. At this moment, players in the lounge cleared, as if saying, why not move to a retirement home? During dorm allocation, no one wanted to room with him, as if abandoned by the team. Luckily, Jeanette's mystery gift lifted his spirits. One day, teammates found a strange note from Vince's wife. During training, after he was slammed, a guy mocked, "You're useless." Vince fumed and wanted to protest, but got slammed down by that big guy, leaving him 2 days to even. He had no choice but to accept the bullying, and in just a week, the first batch of players got their eviction notices, and Vince started packing too. He looked like a prisoner awaiting judgment, bracing for the inevitable sentence. Meanwhile, the bar TV blared a surprise. Vince somehow survived the first round of eliminations, though it was merely a temporary reprieve. This made a few friends thrilled like lottery winners. Training shifted focus to speed, but Vince, burdened by heavy gear, ran slowly. Faced with his teammates' enthusiastic teasing, he realized if he didn't step it up, he'd likely be next on the chopping block. So he decided to don lighter gear, ditching the clunky pads. For Vince, staying in the game felt more crucial than winning any match. Sure enough, in the next training, Vince kept pace with top players at a miracle. But in drills, his light gear left him battered and bruised, making for a tragically comical sight. All he could do was endure the relentless battering, and late at night had wrapped himself in thick bandages around his waist, trying to channel his inner warrior. Just then, he looked up and saw the coach, who noticed the unyielding player. They nodded, as if saying, "Let's go." Meanwhile, the city streets were alive with protests, while Vince returned to his not-so-familiar bar. Jeanette made chicken soup for him to boost his energy. Vince, grateful, invited her to dinner next night, and she was overjoyed like a lottery winner. However, this made Johnny jealous, thinking, how dare this new girl go out with Vince? He muttered, "You're hoping she'll come back from New York to join us, just to sit in front of you and fetch. We're just chatting, dude. What's with the worry? Nobody's forcing you to fetch." As things unfolded, it seemed disconnected from our situations, leaving Vince baffled as to why Johnny always pestered him. The next day after training, Vince rushed to the restaurant. Jeanette thought this would be romantic, but Vince said he just wanted to wallow in sorrow. Jeanette's mood flipped instantly, and she made up some excuse to leave. Vince, viewed as a loser by his ex-wife, was too afraid to even think about romance again. He'd rather crawl back to work at the bar, retreating to his once stable life. When Vince returned home, he found a burly new roommate. Turns out the coach had paired him with a new player to boost camaraderie. Trying to foster good rapport, Vince pointed out his defensive flaws, but this friendly jab only annoyed his roommate. Turns out his roommate was just fiery and not prejudiced against Vince. Thanks to his guidance, Vince learned to read defensive strategies like a pro by observing opponents' fingers. Vince's inextinguishable effort felt like a family-style renegade, breathing new life into the entire Hawks team, miraculously dodging the axe time and time again. But just when everything seemed on track, the preseason turned the Hawks into a punchline with 6 consecutive losses. Such poor results not only lost fans' confidence, but also made the coach consider more layoffs a nightmare. Worse still, Vince's performance dropped, and pressure felt like an avalanche crushing him. On the eve of layoffs, Vince told his dad, if him laid off tomorrow, he'll go back to the bar, but what followed stunned him. His father's words hit him like a ball from the blue, snapping him out of his daze. No doubt about it, this is not just funny business. Vince has been utterly terrified by the overwhelming pressures of reality, enduring everything silently all alone. But all these experiences have made it clear to him that relying solely on perseverance and tolerance is simply not enough. If he kept drifting along, keeping his head down, he'd be hard-pressed to find any opportunities. This time, the coaching staff discussed the layoff list, with all assistants agreeing to cut Vince like only I was sober. The head coach, wavering, had one assistant blurt out that Vince just wasn't clicking with the team and that they needed to prioritize winning. After the meeting, the coach sat alone, pondering tactics. It was then that his wife and kids came to visit, shedding light on the heavy burden he bore. His wife's words were a refreshing breeze, clearing his mind. That day in the locker room, the crew was pumped, unaware of the fate that lay ahead. Vince clutched the player manual, anxiously awaiting fate's verdict, when another already cut player called for him to visit the office, totally chilling his spine. Upon seeing this scene, other players jumped at the chance to roast him. Looks like it's finally his turn. Vince had a premonition. He intended to thank the coach and return the manual, but felt impending unease. Coach stared at him for a moment, then gently pushed the manual back, and Vince felt a powerful sensation bubbling inside. Nobody knows what will happen next. Please stay tuned. Are you here to witness a miracle or to be on the chopping block? Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And so, under immense pressure, the coach decided to keep him, and Vince officially became part of the Hawks team. He instantly told his friend Tom the thrilling news, celebrating as if winning the lottery.